Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll look at one of the most famous planes in history, the history MiG-25. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can help me reach my subscriber goal. Let's get started. So before we get into it, what is the fastest plane ever? Well, let's take a look at this beauty. This is the Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-25, but you probably know it simply as the Foxbat. It is without a doubt the fastest jet fighter ever created. Able to reach speeds of up to 4,200 kilometers per hour, or Mach 3.2, this Russian supersonic jet interceptor was designed during the Cold War era by the Soviet Union, developed in the early 1960s. It made its first flight in 1964. The MiG-25 was truly an engineering marvel. Back then, the Soviet Union wanted to be able to intercept any American bomber at any altitude. They had to do it fast. The result was a sleek, powerful aircraft that remains the world record holder for speed, even today. The story of the MiG-25 is one of intense competition, incredible engineering, and a dash of espionage. It all began in the early 1960s when the United States began developing the Boeing B-52 Stratofortress. This massive bomber could carry large payloads of nuclear weapons deep into enemy territory. For the Soviet Union, it posed a serious threat, so they set out to develop a fast enough jet to intercept this American bomber. At the time, the only known aircraft that could match the B-52's range was the English Electric Canberra. But this British jet couldn't compete with its speed, so the Soviets needed to build something special. Enter the Mikoyan-Gurevich Bureau, headed by the legendary Artem Mikoyan and Mikhail Gurevich. These engineers were tasked with creating a new type of aircraft that would be fast enough to intercept the B-52 Stratofortress. After several studies, they came up with a design that would become known as the Foxbat. The MiG-25 was not just any ordinary fighter jet. It was built from the ground up with speed as its primary objective. The designers didn't hold back. They pushed the boundaries of what was possible, creating an aircraft that looked like nothing else in the sky. It was powered by two powerful engines that were mounted far back on the fuselage. This gave the aircraft a distinctive, long-nose look. The cockpit was equipped with cutting-edge radar technology that allowed the pilot to track targets from miles away. The airframe was made of advanced materials that were strong enough to withstand the immense forces generated at high speeds. And to ensure the pilot was protected, the designers incorporated a special titanium shield in the cockpit. All these features combined to make the MiG-25 the ultimate interceptor. But speed wasn't the only thing the designers were concerned with. They also had to make sure the aircraft was maneuverable enough to engage the B-52 Stratofortress in dogfights. In fact, the MiG-25 was so fast that it was considered to be unstoppable. Once it locked onto a target, there was no escaping its clutches. The sheer velocity of the Foxbat made it deadly day or night. Pilots who flew the MiG-25 knew that once they engaged afterburner, they were in for a wild ride. The aircraft would accelerate so quickly that it put tremendous stress on the airframe. It was like trying to outrun the hands of time itself. The MiG-25 was more than just a fighter jet. It was a symbol of the Soviet Union's power during the Cold War. Its mere existence served as a warning to the United States that the Russians were ready to defend their airspace at all costs. For years, the B-52 Stratofortress had flown freely over Soviet airspace, but with the advent of the MiG-25, those days were over. The Foxbat had arrived, and it meant business. As the years went by, the MiG-25 proved to be a reliable and effective interceptor. It was involved in numerous air battles against NATO aircraft during the Cold War, and the Soviets always came out on top. The pilots who flew the Foxbat became legends in their own right. They were the men who dared to push the aircraft to its limits, flying at speeds that seemed impossible. One such pilot was Major Sergei Untold, who set the world record for speed in a jet aircraft. On March 1967, he flew the MiG-25 to a speed of 4,200 kilometers per hour, or Mach 3.2. This record still stands today, a testament to the incredible feat accomplished by Anakin and his team. However, despite its success, the MiG-25 had its share of problems. One of the biggest challenges facing the aircraft was its vulnerability to Western anti-radiation missiles. These missiles could home in on the Foxbat's radar, making it an easy target. To counter this threat, the Soviets developed special flares that could confuse the missiles, leading them astray. But this was just a temporary solution. The real answer lay in developing new technologies that would protect the MiG-25 from detection. Despite these challenges, the MiG-25 continued to serve the Soviet Union with distinction. It was used in various air combat exercises and was constantly being upgraded with new systems and equipment. The pilots who flew the Foxbat were in awe of its power and performance. They knew that they were flying the fastest aircraft in the world, and they took great pride in that. But the end of the Cold War brought with it new challenges. As the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the Russian Air Force found itself in a state of disarray.
Many of its aircraft
Were outdated and in need of repair. The MiG-25, along with many other Soviet jets, was left neglected and abandoned. However, the Russian Air Force soon realized that the MiG-25 was still a valuable asset, was too fast to be ignored, and its range was still unmatched. So they set about modernizing the old interceptor, updating its avionics, and adding new weapons. And so the MiG-25 made a comeback. It was no longer the fastest fighter jet in the world, but it was still a formidable force to be reckoned with. Today, the MiG-25 is on display in several museums around the world. It serves as a reminder of the incredible engineering and innovation that went into creating the fastest fighter jet ever. For those who had the privilege of seeing it fly, the MiG-25 will forever be a legend. Its sleek lines and powerful engines captured the imagination of all who saw it, and its place in history is secure. So what makes the MiG-25 so special? What is it about this aircraft that has captured the attention of so many people over the years? Perhaps it's the sheer speed of the machine, its ability to go from 0 to Mach 3, 2 in a matter of seconds. Or maybe it's the sleek, futuristic look of the Foxbat, which seems straight out of a science fiction movie. Whatever the reason, there's no denying that the MiG-25 is an iconic aircraft that has captured the public's imagination. The MiG-25 is more than just a fighter jet. It's a symbol of human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of speed and power. It's a reminder that even in the darkest days of the Cold War, there was still room for innovation and creativity. And it's a testament to the skill and dedication of the engineers and pilots who brought this incredible machine to life. In conclusion, the MiG-25 will forever be known as the fastest fighter jet ever created. Its place in history is secure, and its legacy will continue to inspire awe and wonder for generations to come. So what do you think? Did you enjoy learning about the history of the MiG-25? If so, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment below to let me know what you thought. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you can keep up to date on all of my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.